life is already tough. When you get the chance, gallivant with your heart, man. It's not gonna get easier. The least you can do is at least enjoy, dog. Yeah, you know what I mean? Top of the afternoon, guys. Welcome back to once again, as always, it's your favorite cinematographer, Mutigrechima. Please, if you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're returning, I'll settle for a like. Maybe a comment too. But anyway, let's get into it. So, I may have been gone. I may have disappeared for a little bit. I think about maybe 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. But in all fairness, I was taking care of this guy, okay? And I don't know if you notice, I think my eye bags have faded just a little bit. I don't know. But anyway, it's been a long month. Let's get into it. Let's do a little bit of a recap, right? So, first things first. We had to shoot a film for our end of term project, which went really well. I had a lot of fun with it as far as like the cine of it and lighting. It was a bit of a grueling process because we had to make sure that we get greenlit before we could shoot off campus. Because if you don't get greenlit, then you want to make sure you have enough time to plan to shoot on campus. But then if you are greenlit, then you kind of have to okay all the different things that you might have planned off campus, right? So that was cool. And I think the production as a whole went fairly well, considering that I think we wrapped up earlier than we had anticipated or planned to, because I think, so we had 12 hours for each day. And on the second day, we only used about 6 hours, and we were already on campus returning the gear to stores. So personally, I think that was like a really nice touch. As far as challenges or locations, we lost a location on the day of shoot and we had to pivot. And I think we pivoted very quickly, probably within the hour of finding out. And in some ways, I think it worked out just a little bit better. Just a smidgen bit. So yeah, after that, I played around with some of the rushes after dumping the footage, just to kind of practice my color grading, because this term, your boy is color grading. Well, I'm the lead color grader. So I gotta make sure that I got my grading on point. I just hope our cine is dope though. But other than that, kind of excited, but I really want to keep practicing color grading because I want to be able to put like cinematographer and colorist, right? So yeah, it's quite intense, and we have quite a lot to do this coming term. Some more technical stuff, but I think I want to have color grading be as like really simple or as intrinsic for me as cinematography is. That right there, that's the sweet spot. But anyway, yeah, we finished shooting our end of year project. That was really cool. And I think I might have dropped hints of this. Well, not even hints, but I've dropped clips of this for sure in some of my previous vlogs, right? But I've gotten into running. And this week I was running with Vault Strength Club. I did a morning run with them on Saturday. And then I also did another run, I think on Thursday. The following Thursday was a night run. Absolutely intense, but I'm kind of enjoying running right now. It's one of those things I wanted to tick off on my activity and being outside checklist. So that's been really cool. But anyway, let's get into this video. So we're doing a little bit of a recap. So we just finished going over the short film that we were shooting right at the end of term. And now we're gonna get into running.
For us. This is VSC of the Dog Spring Edition. All of y'all look so beautiful, man. Thank you guys for pulling up. You already know the standard, the vibe that comes with VSC.
Top of the morning, just woke up. God damn. Yo, I look and feel. I feel the way that I look. If I look good, then that's great. Then I'll be lying. But if not, because I feel that way. But anyway, last shoot done all the way in Booty Hattie. It's around 6 a.m. right now. We're heading back to Maseri. Yeah. So part one of this day is done. Gym is done and dusted. It was a leg day. It sucked, but we still did it anyway. Now we gotta go back. So after a pretty hectic first weekend, I think it was about time to unwind, you know? And getting into running and working, I think I deserve that holiday. I don't know. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. We made it finally after a long drive. Shout out, brother. Touchdown, Durban. We just landed. Check-in done. Gonna catch up on some work before it gets real crazy. Then, yeah. First one done. Let's on to hole number 2. Let's get it. Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, ah. Yogi. Chris.
Fourth day here. Had an amazing day yesterday. Got dinner, went for go-karts, played another round of golf. One of my best games personally. Yeah. I'm very curious to see what this vlog is gonna look like, but very much needed trip. Very much needed trip.
It's an amazing holiday, gentlemen.
Amazing holiday.
Amazing. It's been real into our last night. A very memorable experience, but to many more. Shout out for being the people. I wouldn't do this with anybody else.
Cheers. Final days, man. What an amazing holiday. I think this vlog is gonna be very interesting because probably my last like 4 weeks. I definitely took some me time on this, but not bad. Let's go back and make things not funny anymore.
Yep.
Just And just like that, we are at the end of the vlog. Man, it's been an amazing couple of weeks, 2 months to be fair, since I disappeared. Man, got into running. We shot a whole production, came home, played squash, and went on holiday. So it's been a very eventful past 2 months. Mostly this month, because this technically was my recess month, But more than anything, I think I really took it upon myself to really calm down and force myself to take a break. So I was still doing 5 a.m. gym, but I was sleeping in a lot more. What else? And honestly, just taking it easy. Like, yes, I did take up work here and there, but for the most part, man, I relaxed. I really did relax. And especially if you freelance, because it only gets busier from here. October, November, December, maybe a little bit of January, it's gonna get super busy. And if you're not taking the time to really relax and feed and pour back into yourself, pour into your cup right now, then you're gonna burn out. Because especially if you didn't take like any breaks this year, yeah, it's gonna be really hectic. I think what I try to do is try to take a holiday or some sort of break at least every quarter. I find that waiting till the end of the year doesn't really help much, particularly if you're in this type of field or industry where the busy seasons are technically when people are resting. So you have to try and build the buffer that you need in order to get to the end of the year while you still can. And yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I really saw shift was my eye bags. I had really hectic eye bags during the term, and to be at a point where they're barely there, they could be better. But I was like, damn, just doing that or just relaxing for a month did such a difference. What if I did this consistently? Because I've been consistent with everything else, except perhaps taking care of myself, and there's a funny joke that my friend and I made where all of last year we were talking about getting a massage. Bro, we put our bodies through so much, we have to get a massage. And honestly, time just kind of got away from us. And next thing you knew, it was busy season. And then I had to now pack up my life and move to Joburg, right? But yeah, so it was just really funny how we were like, dog, we've been talking about getting this massage all year long. And it took us planning. In fact, not even planning, it was a very impromptu trip, but it took us taking a holiday for us to get a massage. And fun fact, it was way more expensive to do it on a holiday. So I think the next time I tell myself I'm gonna get a massage, I'm gonna make sure that I do it locally. All right. But yeah, other than that, it's been really awesome catching up. You guys are caught up on me now. Let's see what this last quarter has in store. I think we can do something really cool. I think we can do some magic. I'm going to be doing, I always say this, but I'm going to be possibly doing a passion project. Hopefully that goes through. But there's just some things that are a little bit shaky there. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this vlog, as always, it's been your favorite cine here. I'm with But please, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe down below. And if you're returning, again, I'll just settle for a comment and a like. But if you enjoyed this vlog, honestly, guys, thank you guys for coming by. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching all the way through. Yeah, we'll see you guys as we resume the Film School Diaries. Later.